Welcome back, American coin hunter. Imagine holding a single small copper-colored coin in your hand. A coin so common that millions of people ignore it every day. A coin that most people would never bother to pick up from the ground. And yet this exact coin could be hiding a secret value that shocks collectors, stuns the coin market, and fuels stories of fortunes being made overnight. Because today we are talking about the 2018 United States 1-cent coin, a modern penny that many people believe has no value at all. But hidden inside this ordinary year are extraordinary minting errors, rare varieties, unusual production mistakes, and collector demand so intense that some examples have been discussed in connection with headline-grabbing numbers reaching as high as $165 million in theoretical market conversation, auction speculation, and private collector valuation debates. The 2018 1-cent coin belongs to the Lincoln Cent series, a series that began in 1909 and has become one of the most studied, searched, collected, and hunted coins in American numismatic history. When the United States Mint produced the 2018 penny, it was never meant to be rare, never meant to be historic, and never meant to create controversy. But history has shown again and again that even modern coins can transform into legends when errors slip through quality control, when metal compositions behave unexpectedly, or when collectors discover anomalies that were never supposed to exist. The 2018 penny was produced at multiple mint facilities, primarily the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, and also at San Francisco for proof versions. Each mint leaves its own subtle fingerprint on the coin. Philadelphia pennies traditionally carry no mint mark, while Denver pennies proudly display a small D mint mark just below the date. That tiny letter, barely noticeable to the untrained eye, can be the difference between a 1-cent coin and a coin worth hundreds, thousands, or in extreme speculative cases, millions. The weight of a standard 2018 penny is approximately 2.5 grams, composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, a composition that has been used since 1982. The diameter is about 19.05 millimeters, and the edge is smooth. These specifications are important because any deviation in weight, thickness, or diameter can signal the presence of an error coin, and error coins are where modern pennies suddenly enter the realm of serious money. On the obverse side of the 2018 penny, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed originally by Victor David Brenner, a design that has become one of the most iconic images in American currency. Lincoln faces to the right, his expression calm and dignified, with the word liberty positioned behind him, the date 2018 in front, and the motto, "In God We Trust," arching above. This design may look ordinary, but collectors inspect every letter, every line, every curve, and every space for doubling, distortion, weakness, or misalignment. A double die error on the obverse, especially one affecting Lincoln's profile, the date, or the motto, can create dramatic doubling visible even without magnification, and such coins have sold for astonishing prices when authenticated and graded by major services. The reverse of the 2018 penny features the Union Shield design, introduced in 2010, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single unified nation. The shield contains 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, joined together by a horizontal bar at the top. Above the shield are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, while below is the denomination 1 cent. This modern reverse design is a hotspot for error discovery. Misaligned shields, missing elements, filled dies, extra metal flow, off-center strikes, and even missing letters have all been reported by collectors examining 2018 cents under magnification. One of the most talked about error types for the 2018 penny is the double die error. This occurs when the coin die itself is misaligned during the hubbing process, causing the design to be imprinted twice at slightly different angles. When this happens, every coin struck by that die carries the same doubling. Some 2018 double die pennies show doubling on the word liberty, others on "In God We Trust," and some even on Lincoln's eye, ear, or jawline. Strong double dies are extremely collectible because they represent a permanent mistake at the die level, not a random one-time strike error. When such coins are found in high mint state condition, especially graded MS 67 or higher, auction prices can escalate rapidly due to competition among registry set collectors. Another major category of valuable 2018 penny errors involves off-metal strikes. While the standard 2018 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams, there have been reports of pennies struck on incorrect planchets, including thicker blanks, thinner blanks, or even foreign coin planchets. A 2018 penny struck on a dime planchet, for example, would be lighter, smaller, and missing part of the design, instantly signaling a dramatic error. Coins like this are extremely rare because planchets are carefully controlled, and when one slips through, it becomes a numismatic event. Such off-metal errors can command five-figure prices depending on condition and conformation. There are also off-center strike errors in the 2018 penny series. An off-center coin occurs when the planchet is not properly seated during striking, causing part of the design to miss the coin entirely. The more dramatic the off-center strike, especially when the date and mint mark remain visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 50% off-center 2018 penny with a clear date and mint mark can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, while extreme examples push even higher. Another fascinating error type involves broad strikes, where the coin is struck without the retaining collar, allowing the metal to spread outward. Broad-struck 2018 pennies appear wider and flatter than normal, often with distorted lettering and an expanded diameter. These errors are visually striking and highly collectible. When combined with other errors such as doubling or die cracks, their value multiplies significantly. Die cracks, die breaks, and cuds are another area where 2018 pennies have gained attention. As dies wear out, cracks can form, allowing metal to flow into those cracks during striking. Small cracks create thin raised lines on the coin, while large breaks can result in missing chunks of the design known as cuds. A major cud on a 2018 penny, especially on Lincoln's portrait or the shield, can transform a 1-cent coin into a 4-figure collectible. The story of the 2018 1-cent coin does not end with what is visible to the naked eye, because the deeper collectors go, the more layers begin to appear, and this is where the conversation turns from simple coin facts into obsession, passion, and sometimes disbelief. When rolls of 2018 pennies were first released into circulation, nobody rushed to the banks, nobody stood in long lines, and nobody imagined that these coins would ever be spoken about in the same breath as legendary rarities. They were spent on candy, dropped in tip jars, tossed into car cup holders, and forgotten in drawers. Yet within months, sharp-eyed collectors began reporting strange details, unusual textures, and microscopic abnormalities that did not match mint standards. These early discoveries spread quietly at first, shared in small online forums, local coin shops, and private collector groups, until the whispers grew louder and the hunt truly began. One of the most important things to understand about the 2018 penny is that modern minting technology, while extremely advanced, operates at incredible speed. Hundreds of coins are struck every minute, and when something goes wrong, it can go wrong repeatedly before the issue is noticed. A single damaged die can strike thousands of coins, and each one becomes a silent witness to that mistake. Collectors who study 2018 cents often focus on die markers, tiny raised lines, dots, or distortions that act like fingerprints, proving that multiple coins came from the same flawed die. When a specific error variety is confirmed and cataloged, demand skyrockets, because suddenly collectors are not just hunting random mistakes, they are hunting a recognized variety with a story and a place in numismatic history. Weight analysis has played a major role in uncovering unusual 2018 pennies. While the standard weight is about 2.5 grams, some collectors have reported examples weighing noticeably more or less. A heavier coin might suggest a thicker planchet or incomplete metal trimming, while a lighter coin could indicate an improperly formed blank or even a wrong metal strike. When a penny shows a significant weight difference and passes magnet tests and metal analysis, it immediately becomes a candidate for professional grading and authentication. Coins like these are where rumors of extraordinary value begin, because wrong metal modern cents are among the rarest errors the U.S. Mint can produce. Another area that has fascinated collectors is strike pressure. Some 2018 pennies show unusually weak strikes, where parts of Lincoln's hair, beard, or coat appear flat or missing detail. while others show excessively strong strikes with metal flow lines radiating outward from the design. These flow lines, visible under magnification, suggest abnormal pressure during striking and are sometimes accompanied by die deterioration doubling, where letters appear thick, blurry, or shelf-like. While not all doubling is valuable, certain dramatic examples are highly sought after, especially when they affect key design elements. The Denver Mint 2018 pennies have their own reputation among error hunters. The small d mint mark has been found with repunched appearances, distorted shapes, and even partial filling. A filled mint mark occurs when grease or debris fills part of the die, causing the letter to appear weak or partially missing on the coin. While filled dies are common, extreme examples where the mint mark is almost completely gone can attract collector interest, especially when paired with other errors on the same coin. A 2018 D penny with multiple errors is far more valuable than one with a single minor flaw. Philadelphia Mint pennies, lacking a mint mark, require collectors to focus even more closely on other diagnostics. Doubling, off-center strikes, and die breaks become the primary indicators of rarity. Some Philadelphia 2018 cents have been reported with unusual rim errors, where the rim appears uneven, cracked, or incomplete. Rim errors can occur when the collar fails or when the planchet is improperly seated. These coins often feel different in hand, and experienced collectors can sometimes identify them by touch alone. Proof versions of the 2018 penny, struck at the San Francisco Mint, open another world entirely. Proof coins are struck with specially prepared dies and planchets, resulting in mirror-like fields and frosted designs. Errors on proof coins are extremely rare because of the additional quality control involved. When a proof 2018 penny shows an error, such as doubling, a die crack, or a strike-through from foreign material, it becomes a numismatic sensation. Proof errors often command prices many times higher than their business strike counterparts, simply because so few exist. The historical context of Lincoln on the penny adds emotional weight to the 2018 cent. Abraham Lincoln is not just a historical figure. He is a symbol of unity, sacrifice, and resilience. The choice to place him on the penny in 1909 marked a turning point in American coinage, and every Lincoln cent since then carries that legacy forward. Collectors often feel a personal connection to Lincoln cents because they are accessible, familiar, and deeply rooted in American identity. The 2018 penny, despite being modern, is part of that emotional chain, linking collectors across generations. Market dynamics play a crucial role in how values explode. When a new error variety is confirmed, early finders often sell quickly, while others hold, waiting for prices to rise. Social media, YouTube videos, and online auctions amplify excitement, sometimes creating bidding wars that push prices far beyond what anyone expected. A coin that sold for a few $100s one year can sell for thousands the next if demand grows and supply remains limited. This speculative environment is where extreme numbers, including 8-figure and 9-figure discussions, enter the narrative, especially when collectors imagine the future value of a coin that may one day be considered iconic. Professional grading is the gatekeeper to serious money. When a 2018 penny is submitted to a major grading service, it undergoes intense scrutiny. Authenticity, condition, strike quality, and error classification are all evaluated. A coin that comes back in a high mint state grade with a clearly labeled error becomes instantly more liquid and desirable. Registry set collectors, who compete to assemble the highest graded sets, will pay enormous premiums for top population coins, sometimes regardless of the coin's age. The psychology of rarity cannot be ignored. Humans are drawn to what is scarce, unusual, and misunderstood. A modern penny that challenges assumptions taps into that psychology perfectly. People expect old coins to be valuable and new coins to be worthless. When that expectation is shattered, attention follows. Media stories about valuable modern coins bring new collectors into the hobby, increasing demand even further. The 2018 penny benefits from this phenomenon, standing at the crossroads of modernity and mystery. Even circulation patterns matter. Some collectors believe that certain regions received higher concentrations of error coins due to distribution quirks. This has led to localized searching, where collectors focus on specific areas, banks, or even vending machine returns. The thrill of the hunt becomes addictive, and each new find reinforces the belief that something extraordinary could still be out there as time passes. More 2018 pennies disappear into collections, reducing the number available for discovery. Coins that remain in circulation become more worn, making high-grade examples even rarer. This natural attrition process slowly transforms an ordinary modern coin into a condition rarity. Decades from now, finding a pristine 2018 penny may be far more difficult than it is today, especially one with a confirmed error. The conversation about a $165 million valuation continues to live in the realm of possibility, speculation, and imagination, but imagination is a powerful force in numismatics. Many legendary coins were once dismissed, ignored, or doubted. Their rise in value came not overnight, but through years of discovery, documentation, and belief. The 2018 1-cent coin sits at the beginning of its journey, still young, still circulating, still surprising people who take the time to look closely. And as collectors continue to search, weigh, examine, and question every detail, the story of the 2018 penny grows richer, deeper, and more compelling, reminding us that even in a world of digital money and instant transactions, a small copper-colored coin can still capture imaginations, spark dreams, and hint at the possibility that history is not finished being written. As the hunt for remarkable 2018 1-cent coins continues, the emotional side of collecting begins to surface more strongly. Because this is no longer just about metal and machines, it becomes about people, stories, and moments when someone realizes that an ordinary object might be extraordinary. Many collectors remember the first time they noticed something strange on a 2018 penny, perhaps a letter that looked too thick, a line where no line should be, or a weight that felt slightly wrong in the hand. These moments create a spark that often turns casual curiosity into lifelong dedication. Once that spark is lit, every penny becomes a possibility, every roll a potential discovery, and every sound of coins hitting the table carries anticipation. The science behind mint errors adds another layer of fascination. When a die begins its life, it is sharp, precise, and clean. Over time, repeated strikes wear it down, and microscopic changes occur long before the die is retired. On 2018 pennies, collectors have identified stages of die deterioration where the earliest coins show crisp details. Mid-stage coins show thickened lettering and minor cracks, and late-stage coins display dramatic distortion, cracks, and even metal displacement. These progressive changes allow collectors to reconstruct the life cycle of a die, almost like reading tree rings, and coins from late-stage dies often carry more visual drama, and, therefore, more collector-appealed strike-through errors represent another captivating category. These occur when foreign material, such as grease, cloth fibers, or metal shavings, comes between the die and the planchet during striking. The result is a coin with missing or distorted design elements in very specific shapes. Some 2018 pennies show ghostly impressions where parts of the design seem to fade away, while others have sharp-edged voids that look almost sculpted. When the foreign material is identifiable, such as a piece of wire or fabric, the error becomes even more valuable because it tells a clear story of what happened at the moment of striking. There are also cases where the planchet itself is flawed before it ever reaches the press. Lamination errors, caused by impurities or improper bonding in the metal, can result in layers peeling or cracking on the surface of the coin. A 2018 penny with a dramatic lamination that curls away from the surface is visually striking and instantly recognizable. These coins feel almost alive, as if they are in the process of transforming, and collectors are drawn to that sense of movement frozen in time. Color variations on 2018 pennies have sparked intense debate. While most modern cents have a consistent copper color, some exhibit unusual hues, ranging from deep red to pale orange to dark brown. Environmental factors can cause color changes, but when a coin shows unusual color straight from the mint, with no signs of circulation or exposure, questions arise. Could it be a plating anomaly, a heat exposure during production, or something else entirely? Coins like these often require expert analysis, and when confirmed as mint-caused, they can command strong premiums. The role of magnification in modern coin collecting cannot be overstated. Under high-powered microscopes, the surface of a 2018 penny becomes a landscape of ridges, valleys, and textures. Collectors study the direction of metal flow, the sharpness of edges, and the presence of microscopic doubling that is invisible to the naked eye. These details help distinguish true doubled dies from mechanical doubling, which is far less valuable. Knowledge in this area separates serious collectors from casual observers and can mean the difference between spending a valuable coin and preserving a treasure. Another aspect that elevates the 2018 penny story is the sheer volume of coins produced. Hundreds of millions of pennies were struck that year, which paradoxically makes certain errors more impressive. When an error survives within such a massive production run, it feels like a needle in a haystack. Collectors take pride in finding something rare among the overwhelmingly common, and that pride fuels storytelling, sharing, and competition. Private sales have played a significant role in shaping perceptions of value. Not every important 2018 penny appears at public auction. Some change hands quietly between collectors, dealers, and investors. Prices discussed in private circles often become exaggerated as stories pass from person to person, but even exaggeration reflects excitement and belief. When collectors hear that someone paid an astonishing amount for a modern penny, it reinforces the idea that these coins deserve attention and respect. The investment angle has also drawn new participants into the market. People who may not care deeply about history or design are nonetheless intrigued by the possibility of turning a small amount of money into something much larger. This influx of speculative interest can drive prices upward, especially for coins that are easy to understand visually, such as dramatic off-center strikes or large die breaks. The 2018 penny benefits from being modern, relatable, and accessible, lowering the barrier to entry for new collectors. Educational content has amplified interest dramatically. Videos, articles, and social media posts showing close-up images of valuable 2018 penny errors spread quickly, sometimes reaching millions of viewers. Each viewer represents a potential new searcher, and each searcher increases the chances of new discoveries. This feedback loop keeps the market dynamic and ensures that the story of the 2018 penny continues to evolve rather than stagnate. The emotional payoff of discovery cannot be measured in dollars alone. Many collectors describe a sense of validation when they find an error coin, a feeling that their patience and attention to detail have been rewarded. Even if the coin is not worth a fortune, the experience itself becomes priceless. This emotional dimension adds depth to the market because people are not just buying and selling objects, they are participating in a shared adventure. As years go by, documentation improves. Error varieties are photographed, cataloged, and compared. What begins as a rumor becomes a recognized variety with a name and a place in reference guides. The 2018 penny is still young in this process, which means it is full of unanswered questions. How many undiscovered errors remain? How many unique pieces are sitting unnoticed in jars and drawers? How will future collectors view this year? The passage of time often reshapes reputation. Coins once dismissed become respected, and coins once hyped fade into obscurity. The fate of the 2018 penny will be decided by discovery, scholarship, and sustained interest. Its story is not fixed. It is being written every time someone examines a coin and decides to look closer instead of looking away. And so the journey continues, driven by curiosity, hope, and the quiet belief that value can exist where least expected, that even a modern 1-cent coin can carry mystery, meaning, and the potential to astonish those who are willing to pay attention. The intrigue surrounding the 2018 1-cent coin deepens when we consider distribution patterns, circulation wear, and the subtle variations that can make one coin dramatically more valuable than another from the same year. Even though millions of these pennies entered circulation, not all of them were treated equally. Some remained in rolls, untouched and pristine, while others were exchanged thousands of times, losing luster and detail. High-grade, uncirculated coins are exceedingly rare, and when coupled with any error, their market desirability skyrockets. Collectors understand that condition is paramount. A perfectly preserved 2018 penny with a doubled die or off-center strike is infinitely more appealing than the same coin worn smooth by daily use. This delicate interplay of rarity, condition, and error type drives the market in ways that are both fascinating and unpredictable. Day-in area of particular fascination is the subtle variance in dye polish lines, which can only be observed under intense magnification. These fine lines, which run across Lincoln's coat, hair, or the shield on the reverse, are invisible to the casual eye but can indicate different dye states or unique dye markers. Detecting these markers allows collectors to differentiate coins that might otherwise appear identical. These markers are like secret codes embedded in the coin's design, providing insight into the minting process and increasing the coin's value by documenting its uniqueness. The more experienced the collector, the more likely they are to notice these almost imperceptible details that make a coin truly extraordinary. Errors involving the minting collar also contribute to 2018 penny rarity. The collar is a crucial part of the press that shapes the coin's edge and ensures uniform diameter. When the collar fails or is absent, broad strike pennies are produced, sometimes with distorted designs and expanded diameters. Broad strikes are highly sought after because the visual effect is dramatic, making the coin an unmistakable anomaly even to the untrained eye. In some cases, broad strike coins are accompanied by other errors, such as die cracks or doubled dies, compounding their rarity and desirability. For collectors, a broad strike 2018 penny is a statement piece, a coin that embodies both artistry and chance. That off-metal strikes represent yet another layer of potential value for the 2018 penny. Occasionally, a planchet intended for a different denomination slips into the press, producing coins with incorrect size, weight, or composition. While rare, these mistakes can transform an otherwise ordinary penny into a highly collectible and valuable object. Coins struck on foreign planchets or entirely wrong metal compositions are particularly intriguing because they challenge the assumptions collectors make about modern minting, creating opportunities for both discovery and speculation. A 2018 penny struck on an incorrect planchet, verified and graded, could command prices well beyond typical expectations for a modern coin, even approaching the extraordinary speculative figures that collectors whisper about in private circles. Collectors also pay attention to environmental factors affecting color and luster. While most modern pennies are copper-plated zinc, subtle differences in chemical reactions during production or post-mint exposure can result in unusual coloration. Some 2018 pennies have been observed with unique reddish hues, deep orange patinas, or even near-black tones that are absent from other coins in the same batch. When these differences are the result of minting rather than environmental exposure, they create collectible anomalies that attract attention from serious numismatists. Color alone, when paired with an error or high-grade condition, can significantly influence market value. The emotional resonance of discovering a valuable 2018 penny cannot be overstated. Many collectors recount the thrill of spotting a subtle doubling, an off-center strike, or an unusual color in loose change or coin rolls. That instant of recognition, followed by careful verification, is a powerful motivator that keeps collectors engaged and motivated. Each find becomes part of a larger narrative, a story that collectors share through forums, social media, and personal conversations. These stories elevate the coin from a mere piece of metal to a symbol of human curiosity, patience, and persistence. Another fascinating aspect is the interaction between private sales and public auctions. Not all valuable 2018 pennies are sold through auction houses. Many change hands quietly between collectors, sometimes with little public record. These private transactions can influence perceived market value, as rare coins gain reputations and desirability even without official documentation. When a high-grade, error 2018 penny is sold privately for a significant sum, word spreads quickly within collector networks, fueling speculation and demand. This informal economy underscores the fact that numismatic value is not purely objective. It is shaped by human interest, perception, and belief. The role of technology in modern coin collecting has grown exponentially. High-resolution photography, advanced magnification tools, and digital databases allow collectors to document and compare coins in unprecedented detail. Collectors can now examine surface anomalies, dye markers, and minor irregularities from across the globe, creating a more interconnected and competitive environment. The 2018 penny benefits from this connectivity, as errors are identified, shared, and cataloged with remarkable speed, accelerating both awareness and interest. This technological advantage also helps prevent misidentification, ensuring that valuable errors are accurately recognized and preserved. The psychology of scarcity amplifies the excitement surrounding the 2018 penny. Humans are naturally drawn to rarity, and modern coins that defy expectations tap into this fascination perfectly. Because most people assume that contemporary coins are common and valueless, discovering an unusual 2018 penny generates a sense of discovery akin to finding treasure. This psychological impact enhances both perceived and actual value, as collectors are willing to invest considerable resources to obtain what they believe to be a unique piece of history. The intersection of scarcity, emotion, and aesthetics is what drives modern penny collecting beyond mere metal content. Even minor anomalies, when verified, can become valuable over time. Slight die cracks, weak strikes, or subtle doubling may seem insignificant at first glance, but can be of major interest to specialists. The accumulation of verified errors over time helps create a comprehensive understanding of the 2018 penny series, turning what might seem like a mundane coin into an object of historical and economic significance. This ongoing process ensures that the 2018 penny remains relevant and collectible long after its release. Market speculation about extreme valuations, including figures approaching $165 million, highlights the intersection of rarity, historical significance, and collector imagination. While these numbers are speculative, they reflect the aspirational potential of a coin that is verified as unique, historically significant, and visually compelling. Such speculation is part of what keeps the narrative alive, motivating collectors to search, document, and preserve unusual coins with renewed vigor. The mere possibility of discovering something that could redefine modern numismatics adds an unparalleled excitement to the hobby. Historical context also reinforces the 2018 penny's importance. In a time of digital transactions, declining cash use, and discussions about eliminating the penny entirely, the 2018 1-cent coin stands as a symbol of continuity and tradition. It connects modern collectors to over a century of Lincoln cents, tying together history, artistry, and human experience. The coin becomes more than metal. It is a tangible link to culture, economy, and memory, and this intangible value cannot be overstated. Collectors also appreciate the challenge of verifying authenticity. Because modern coins are often subjected to cleaning, damage, or forgery, professional grading and authentication are essential. A verified 2018 penny with a strong error, high grade, and proper documentation gains legitimacy and confidence in the market. Authentication ensures that collectors and investors are investing in genuine rarity rather than anecdotal claims or counterfeit anomalies. This rigorous process elevates coins from mere curiosities to certified treasures. The journey of the 2018 1-cent coin continues with even more layers of intrigue, technical detail, and human fascination, because as collectors dig deeper, they realize that every coin carries a story, every error carries a legacy, and every discovery is a moment frozen in time. One aspect that draws considerable attention is the presence of die doubling combined with environmental influences during the striking process. Doubling may appear subtle at first, sometimes only visible under 5x to 10x magnification, but when paired with slight variations in pressure or die temperature, it creates a unique fingerprint on the coin. Each doubled die on a 2018 penny can be traced to a specific production batch, linking individual coins together in a narrative that collectors pursue with relentless dedication. The impact of circulation patterns cannot be overstated. Pennies that remained in rolls or bank vaults for months or years were preserved in mint condition, while others were exchanged and worn, reducing their visual appeal and market value. For the 2018 penny, uncirculated examples are far rarer than commonly realized. When a high-grade, error coin surfaces, it often comes from a hoard or private collection where it remained undisturbed for years. Collectors often track provenance meticulously, understanding that the journey of a coin from mint to discovery adds narrative and value. Errors in the collar, often overlooked by casual collectors, are particularly fascinating. The collar controls the coin's diameter and edge shape. When the collar malfunctions, broad strike errors occur, producing pennies that appear flattened, expanded, and visually dramatic. On a 2018 penny, a broad strike can distort Lincoln's features or the Union Shield design, making the coin unmistakable. Broad strike coins are inherently desirable because they display visible minting anomalies, and when found in uncirculated condition, they attract significant collector attention and market premiums. That off-metal strikes remain one of the most captivating aspects of modern penny collecting. These occur when a planchet intended for another denomination, or even another type of coin entirely, is fed into the press. A 2018 penny struck on a dime planchet, for instance, may appear smaller, lighter, and with missing design elements, instantly making it a numismatic anomaly. Such errors are exceedingly rare due to stringent quality control, and their discovery often generates headlines within collector communities. A confirmed, graded off-metal 2018 penny can command extraordinary prices, sometimes exceeding the usual market expectations for modern coins. Collectors also pay close attention to lamination errors and surface anomalies. When a penny shows a layer separation, peeling, or crack directly from the mint, it becomes visually striking and highly collectible. Lamination errors capture the eye because they appear almost sculptural, transforming a flat, ordinary coin into a dynamic object with texture and depth. Similarly, surface anomalies such as filled dies, strike-throughs, and die chips provide unique identifiers, each telling a story about the minting process and increasing a coin's appeal to specialists and enthusiasts. Color variations, although subtle, have created fascination within the 2018 penny series. While most pennies maintain the standard copper hue, slight deviations can indicate production anomalies or unique environmental conditions during the minting process. Some 2018 pennies have been observed with unusually deep red tones, rich orange patinas, or even darker brown surfaces, distinguishing them from the standard copper-plated zinc planchet. When confirmed as mint-induced, these variations significantly enhance a coin's desirability, especially when combined with other errors or high-grade preservation. The role of professional grading cannot be overstated. Major grading services examine coins with extreme precision, evaluating strike quality, surface preservation, authenticity, and error classification. A 2018 penny graded MS67 or higher with confirmed doubling, off-center strike, or other dramatic errors instantly becomes highly sought after. High-grade coins provide both legitimacy and assurance to collectors and investors, ensuring that the market values the coin based on objective characteristics rather than rumor or speculation. Grading also facilitates registry competition, where collectors strive to assemble the highest quality sets, often driving auction prices to unprecedented levels. The psychological appeal of rarity adds another compelling dimension. Humans are naturally drawn to scarcity, and the 2018 penny defies expectations by providing modern coins that feel rare, unique, and historically significant. Collectors are enthralled by the idea that a coin minted just a few years ago could harbor anomalies overlooked by millions. This intersection of rarity, modern relevance, and potential value fuels both passion and speculation. The anticipation of discovering an unusual 2018 penny keeps collectors searching in banks, coin rolls, and even in loose change. Auction history and private sales illustrate the growing importance of the 2018 penny. While many coins circulate unnoticed, those that enter the market with documented errors and high grades attract competitive bidding. Some examples have been discussed in private sales and forums at extraordinary values, creating a perception of potential wealth and desirability. The market for modern coins is increasingly influenced by these narratives, where rare, high-quality errors are positioned as modern treasures, connecting numismatic interest with human imagination. The emotional satisfaction of discovery remains a critical motivator. Collectors describe the moment they recognize doubling, off-center strikes, or other unusual features as exhilarating. That instant of recognition validates their attention to detail, patience, and knowledge. Each discovery becomes a story to share with fellow collectors, a narrative of pursuit and achievement. In this sense, the 2018 penny is more than currency. It is a symbol of curiosity rewarded and diligence recognized. Modern technology has accelerated both awareness and interest in 2018 penny collecting. High-resolution photography, advanced magnification, and online numismatic databases allow collectors worldwide to document, analyze, and compare coins with unprecedented accuracy. Errors are identified and shared rapidly, creating an interconnected network of collectors who collaborate and compete simultaneously. The 2018 penny thrives in this environment, as new errors are documented quickly, establishing their legitimacy and adding to the collective excitement. Scarcity, documentation, and collector enthusiasm converge to drive speculative valuations. While the notion of a $165 million coin remains largely theoretical, it symbolizes the extreme potential of a verified, unique, high-grade 2018 penny with multiple errors. Speculation fuels engagement, motivating collectors to examine every coin closely and appreciate the subtle details that transform ordinary coins into extraordinary objects. This intersection of imagination and reality defines the contemporary market for modern errors. Historical context enhances the 2018 penny's significance. In an era where cash use is declining and discussions about eliminating the penny are prevalent, these coins serve as both a tangible connection to tradition and a canvas for modern numismatic anomalies. The 2018 penny continues the Lincoln cent legacy, linking contemporary collectors to over a century of American coinage history. This continuity imbues even the most modern examples with a sense of gravitas and cultural importance. Verification and authentication reinforce the coin's market credibility. Professional grading, die analysis, and error classification provide the foundation for serious numismatic value. Verified 2018 pennies with confirmed errors and exceptional preservation become objects of trust, investment, and competitive acquisition. These processes ensure that collectors and investors are confident in the legitimacy and rarity of their acquisitions, reinforcing both monetary and historical value. The fascination with the 2018 1-cent coin intensifies when we examine the human element, the stories, and the hunt that define its allure. Beyond technical details and market speculation, the coin embodies a narrative that blends chance, discovery, and historical continuity. Imagine a collector meticulously opening rolls of 2018 pennies, examining each coin under a magnifying glass, spotting slight doubling on the letters of Liberty, or noticing a faint misalignment in Lincoln's coat. That moment of recognition is electric. It is the intersection of knowledge, patience, and luck, a spark that transforms a mundane coin into a treasure of possibility. Each such discovery reinforces why modern pennies, despite their ubiquity, continue to captivate collectors worldwide. Error coins tell stories of imperfection at the mint, but they also reveal the human tendency to create order from chaos. The 2018 penny, produced in staggering quantities across multiple facilities, became a canvas for minor and major anomalies alike. Die cracks run like miniature rivers across Lincoln's image or the Union shield, while cuts appear where chunks of metal were displaced during striking. Each mark, each imperfection, documents a precise moment in minting history, capturing the interaction of machine, metal, and time. Collectors cherish these anomalies because they are tangible records of an otherwise invisible process, moments where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. To off-center strikes on 2018 pennies remain a particularly thrilling discovery. The range of misalignment varies dramatically, from subtle shifts barely visible to the untrained eye to extreme strikes that show less than 50% of the design. Collectors prize the more dramatic examples, especially when the date and mint mark remain fully visible. The visual appeal, combined with rarity, makes these coins the centerpiece of collections. The thrill is compounded when an off-center 2018 penny also displays other errors, perhaps a die crack or doubling, turning it into a rare, multi-error specimen that collectors eagerly pursue. Broad strike coins present another layer of fascination. Produced when the collar fails, these pennies spread metal beyond normal limits, distorting the coin's shape and design. On a 2018 penny, the broad strike can make Lincoln's features look stretched, his coat flattened, or the Union shield appear warped. Broad strikes are instantly recognizable, even to casual observers. but their full value is only appreciated by serious collectors who understand the rarity and production nuances. Combined with high-grade or other errors, Broadstrike 2018 pennies become showcase pieces, demonstrating both the unpredictability of minting and the visual drama that collectors crave. Lamination and surface anomalies create a tactile and visual layer of interest. When the copper layer peels, cracks, or separates on a 2018 penny, it transforms the coin into a three-dimensional object, almost sculptural in appearance. Similarly, strike-throughs caused by debris or foreign material introduce unexpected voids or distortions, each telling a unique story of chance within a controlled environment. Collectors often describe these coins as living artifacts, capturing a moment of imperfection frozen in metal. The rarity, combined with the striking visual impact, drives market interest and ensures these coins are highly sought after. Color variations also play a key role in the 2018 pennies narrative. While most pennies maintain a consistent copper hue, subtle differences, ranging from deep red to brown to almost golden shades, can signal anomalies in plating or planchet preparation. Coins exhibiting unusual color, especially when uncirculated or combined with other errors, gain a mystique that elevates them above ordinary specimens. These variations invite both scientific analysis and aesthetic appreciation, reinforcing the idea that modern coins can surprise and captivate even seasoned collectors. The market dynamics surrounding the 2018 penny reflect the intersection of rarity, human interest, and speculative potential. High-grade, error coins command attention and drive bidding wars and auctions, while private sales reinforce perceived value. Collectors discuss these coins in forums, social media, and private networks, spreading awareness and excitement. When multiple collectors recognize the same error variety, it creates competition, which naturally inflates prices. The rarest 2018 pennies, combining condition, error, and unique attributes, are positioned as modern treasures, sometimes inspiring valuations discussed in the millions, even if hypothetical or symbolic, reflecting the aspirational side of numismatics. The emotional connection to Lincoln's image amplifies the coin's appeal. Lincoln is more than a figure on a penny. He represents unity, history, and perseverance. Every 2018 penny, even a small and modern example, carries a piece of that legacy. Collectors often feel a direct connection to history when examining these coins, bridging the gap between modern production and a century of numismatic tradition. The experience of holding, studying, and discovering errors on a 2018 penny becomes a form of storytelling, a tangible link between the present and the past. Authentication and professional grading are vital in validating the value of a 2018 penny. Major grading services examine coins for strike quality, surface integrity, die anomalies, and authenticity. A coin that achieves a high grade, combined with a verified error, immediately gains credibility and liquidity in the market. Certified coins also enter registry sets, where collectors compete to assemble complete and top-quality collections. In this competitive environment, a 2018 penny with exceptional errors can become a centerpiece, driving both monetary and reputational value. Speculative valuations, while extreme, illustrate the aspirational dimension of the hobby. Discussions of $165 million may seem fantastical, yet they represent the upper limits of perceived rarity, uniqueness, and market imagination. These numbers capture the collective fascination with coins that defy expectation, inspiring collectors to search, study, and preserve even the smallest anomalies. The potential for extraordinary value adds a layer of drama and excitement to each roll of pennies, keeping the 2018 cent relevant and captivating. Technological tools have transformed modern coin collecting, making it possible to examine coins at unprecedented detail. Magnification, high-resolution photography, and online databases allow collectors to document subtle die markers, doubling, and surface anomalies. This interconnected environment accelerates awareness, discovery, and verification, ensuring that unusual 2018 pennies are quickly recognized and shared. The technology amplifies interest, connecting collectors across the globe and creating a dynamic, competitive, and highly informed market as circulation continues. high-grade 2018 pennies gradually become scarcer, enhancing their collectible appeal. Coins preserved in mint state or hoarded for years become more desirable, while those subjected to wear lose value. The natural attrition of condition, combined with rare errors, ensures that the 2018 penny will continue to hold significance for collectors for decades to come. Even ordinary coins can achieve historical importance if preserved and studied properly, demonstrating that modern pennies are more than their face value suggests. The ongoing search, documentation, and discussion around the 2018 penny create a rich narrative that transcends mere metal. Each discovery, whether an off-center strike, a doubled die, or a color anomaly, contributes to a collective story that blends history, chance, and human fascination. The coin is not static. It evolves with every new find, every new auction, and every conversation among collectors. Its significance grows not only through rarity and condition, but also through the shared experiences and excitement it inspires.